More than 700 bodies have been found, and once again, Hollywood is involved. We know you're all wondering what happened to Gene Hackman and how he died. Also, what's with the secret tunnel under his house and the 701 bodies that have been found there? Who are these victims, and was Hackman the one who killed them? Well, we have the answers to these questions thanks to Gene Hackman's recently found secret diary, and what it contains will shock you. Gene Hackman was an American actor who was known for his great acting and commanding screen presence. He was born in 1930 and became famous with Bonnie and Clyde in 1967. He won 2 Academy Awards, one for Best Actor for The French Connection in 1971, where he played the detective Popeye Doyle. When he played Lex Luthor in Superman in 1978, he became Superman's most famous enemy. His career lasted 50 years, making him a legend. Gene Hackman, who is one of the most recognized actors in Hollywood, got married to Faye Maltz from 1956 to 1986, and they had 3 kids together after they got married. After a bad split, he married Betsy Arakawa in 1991. Even though he was a god in Hollywood, he started to enjoy a quieter life with Betsy more. After some thought, he made a decision in 2004. He quit acting without warning. There was no big farewell or final bow. He just disappeared into the desert to enjoy writing and a private life. The man who used to rule the screen was gone, leaving fans behind. Fans were waiting for him to come back, but it wasn't how the fans wanted him to. He is a hit, but people are either disappointed or scared when they talk about him. What happened to a man with such a legacy? We won't hold it in any longer, so here it is. The problem became clear when maintenance workers couldn't do their jobs for a couple of weeks because there was no one there when they went to check on things. The maintenance workers noticed that there was a lot of mail and other things at their door, which made them suspicious. They called 911 to say that they hadn't seen the couple in 2 weeks. The workers found the front door locked, so they broke it open and found a horrific scene. The house smelled like rotting meat, and there were several dead bodies inside what had once been a peaceful home. Araki's body was found in the bathroom with a pill bottle open. Hackman's body was found nearby in what was thought to be the home's mudroom, where he had apparently fallen suddenly. Both bodies showed signs of decomposition, such as bloating and mummification. Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa were found dead in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home on February 26, 2025. Arakawa was 65 years old and was said to have died from harness pulmonary syndrome, which is a rare disease spread by rodents. Hackman, on the other hand, was 95 years old when he died. About a week later, Arakawa was found dead from heart disease, with Alzheimer's disease playing a big role. The couple's dog Zena was also found dead in a crate next to Arakawa's body. It is thought that Zena died of dehydration and starvation. 2 other dogs were found alive on the property, but what they had to do to stay alive will make you sick to your stomach, so wait until the end to find out. The news has been very shocking because Hackman was a well-known and loved actor. His wife was a talented pianist and a loving partner. They had been together for over 40 years. His family was heartbroken over the death, but what made this case so strange is that there are still a lot of videos online and millions of people are still guessing what happened. These questions will soon be answered, but the fact is that when someone like Gene Hackman, who is loved by millions of people around the world, is left to rot in his own house for a week, people pay attention. People were furious and wanted the police to fully investigate the death of the elderly couple. The police quickly tried to hide this by saying it was a normal death and nothing to be worried about. This is what made people crazy. They started making up strange theories and stories. Then, an internet story went viral about what had really happened in Gene Hackman's house and what kind of sick things he was doing there. The story describes how a routine when the FBI raided Hackman's $4 million mansion, they thought they would find financial records in some old DVDs, but what they found made them wet their pants. Hidden beneath the grand estate was a secret tunnel that had never been shown on the official plans. As investigators dug deeper, they found a sketchy underground chamber full of strange artifacts, cryptic writings, and forgotten relics from a long time ago. But the Hackman and his wife were found dead and doing some not-so-healthy exercises. Was this just a sad end to an aging Hollywood icon, or was there something much more sinister going on? At exactly 11 a.m. on February 26, 2025, news of Hackman's death spread like wildfire, but it wasn't just the loss of a legend that shocked the world, it was the circumstances of his death. As authorities searched his Santa Fe, New Mexico estate, they found strange things like moved furniture and scratches on the walls that didn't make sense. It looked like something strange had happened because there were things on the floor and in odd places, and there was a hidden panel in the library that led to a passageway deep underground. The investigators then went into a large room full of wooden crates, old documents, and rusted metal objects. They saw that some of the crates had collapsed, revealing faded photos of long-forgotten people and pictures of secret meetings in dimly lit rooms, some of which showed mysterious people. Along with the photos were leather-bound files with hastily written notes about events that didn't seem to be in the public record. The pages hinted at a secret society with a history of conspiracy. But what really brought the investigation to a halt was the discovery of a small, torn notebook full of confessions next to an old pocket watch. The hands of the watch stopped at an unknown time, and the agents exchanged tense looks as they realized they had found something much more important. More important than an old actor's private collection was his private diary, which revealed many of the secrets we will tell you at the end of this video. Then, their flashlight shone on a rusted iron door at the far end of the tunnel. There was no handle, just a corroded lock that looked like it hadn't been used in decades. The FBI wouldn't say what was beyond, but this led to a lot of speculation while investigators tried to figure out the mystery. Journalists were racing to find out the truth, and online forums were filled with crazy theories. Maybe Hackman was a member of a secret society. No one knows for sure, but some stories tried to explain what was going on. One theory says the tunnels were part of a network for smuggling alcohol during Prohibition, so illegal goods could be moved without being caught. Others think they were built during the Cold War as a secret escape route in case of an emergency. As word of the tunnels spread, the theories got even stranger. Some people think Hackman hid a Is this just a guess, or is there really a mystery that needs to be solved? Some people think that the tunnel under Hackman's house was just a private escape route, which is common among the rich and people who value privacy. Secret tunnels have been used for many things in the past, from hiding from danger and transporting goods to providing a safe place to stay away from the world. But others think that the tunnel leads to a secret bunker, an underground shelter designed to withstand the end of the world. An even more amazing theory says that Hackman's tunnel is part of a huge underground network that may connect several nearby homes or reach an unexplored gathering area that looks like the catacombs under Paris, Vietnam, or the military tunnels of World War II. Some strange codes were found, and experts think that these symbols could be part of an unsolved code related to a long-lost mystery or a secret Cold War operation. People have been using cryptography for hundreds of years, and many codes still can't be cracked. All of these online stories are making people paranoid, and they're wondering if Hackman's mansion was just a home or a fortress. It's true because the stories say it had reinforced steel doors, state-of-the-art security systems, and most notably, a complex network of underground tunnels that led to secrets buried deep beneath the estate. Some locals said they heard heavy machinery working underground at strange times. Disturbingly, some witnesses say they heard mechanical hums coming from under the mansion, as if a machine is still running in the dark. Then, there are the disappearances. Over the years, several employees working at the estate have gone missing without a trace. There are no records or explanations, just empty spaces where people used to be. Historical records don't mention the tunnels, as if someone purposely erased their existence. Locals have known about them for a long time. There are scary stories about shadowy figures appearing and disappearing at night in the mansion. Other times, it's the black SUVs that are parked outside with their engines running early in the morning. The theories got even crazier when it was reported that there was unexplainable electromagnetic interference near the estate. Electronic devices stop working and compasses spin in an uncontrolled rhythm. The FBI digs deeper into the case, but they find something no one could have imagined. A group of old, dusty cell phones with cracked screens and worn-out bodies. Despite the damage, some still have encrypted messages on them, while others have unsent drafts with words frozen in time. Now, if the government lets them come back to life, they can finally be seen for what they are, the missing pieces of the Cold War, and the phones that belong to people who went missing. If you think that's all the crazy stories about Gene Hackman's death, you're wrong. Remember the secret diary that found in the labyrinth below Gene's mansion. Well, it's time to reveal that rumors say the diary has a lot of information about the huge number of bodies found in his basement, 701 in total. The diary is also said to hold his deepest secrets, including bad information about some of his enemies and his own regrets. Well, it's time to reveal the truth about the rumors that the FBI is looking into Gene Hackman's so-called secret diary and what it allegedly says. Those claims about secret confessions are completely made up and have no basis in reality. They were made popular by unverified sources, mostly on social media and entertainment geek sites. The story goes that the FBI started an investigation after finding Hackman's diary, which supposedly had shocking confessions about his life and career. There are rumors that the diary revealed Hackman's involvement in covert operations, scandals, or even crimes. Others said that the diary had personal thoughts on his relationships, regrets, and untold stories from his time in Hollywood, but none of these claims have been backed up by reliable sources or official statements. The spread of these rumors can be traced back to sensationalist content creators and the public's interest in mysteries and intrigue. Social media sites like YouTube channels and tabloid-style websites have played a big part in spreading these false stories, often by presenting them in a way that is shocking. Despite the lack of any solid evidence, they have caused a lot of speculation and false information to spread. For example, there is no record of the FBI investigating Gene Hackman's diary or its contents. Hackman was a well-known actor, and his personal life was pretty private. There is also no solid evidence that he was involved in any activities that would justify an investigation, so why did rumors like these even start? All of this started because the FBI only released one confirmed report saying that they did find Hackman's diary. The other reason for this unstoppability is even crazier. You must have seen countless videos and articles about this huge story. After all, why wouldn't the world go crazy over a Hollywood actor who turns out to be a murderer? But we're here to tell you the truth. The claims about a secret tunnel and 701 bodies found beneath Gene Hackman's home are not true, are completely false and made up. This shocking rumor started on a YouTube channel known for making up dramatic and fictional content just for fun. In one of their videos, they said that the FBI had found a hidden tunnel under Hackman's home in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and inside they had found the bodies of 701 people. The story in the video was full of shocking and unbelievable details meant to get people interested and clicking on the link to the video right away. It reportedly got over 800,000 views on TikTok threads and X as people shared it with their friends and talked about the shocking claims. However, the video itself had a disclaimer saying that it was completely made up and only for entertainment purposes, but unfortunately, people were so interested in the shocking claims that they didn't pay attention to the disclaimer. Fact-checking sites like Snopes looked into these rumors and found no truth to them. The FBI hasn't found any evidence to support their claims, and there have been no credible reports of any tunnels or bodies connected to Hackman's home. Other than that, no reputable news outlets have confirmed any part of this story, but that doesn't mean there isn't a mystery surrounding the couple's death. The FBI did make some serious mistakes and tell people outright lies, and Gene Hackman did have a diary. What did the diary say, and what mistakes did the FBI make? Hold on tight, because we won't tell you. Not going to wait any longer, I'll tell you the whole story. When the investigation began, the police quickly threw out the case by saying it was probably caused by a gas leak and calling it a day. This is because they had reported a gas leak, which is a common way for elderly couples to die. But when the forensic team did an autopsy, they were shocked to find that the amount of carbon monoxide in their bodies made it impossible for it to have killed them. This made everyone realize how uninterested the FBI was in the case. This claim was further supported by the fact that firefighters and the gas company confirmed there was no evidence of a gas leak or any other harmful gases in the home. So what really happened and what killed the old couple? Let me tell you right now that Gene Hackman did not die from a gas leak. And his death was the reason investigators got a clue, and they ran tests on carbon monoxide to prove it. His pacemaker had been acting up before he died, which led to the discovery that he died of cardiovascular disease with advanced Alzheimer's disease as a major contributing factor. His pacemaker showed an irregular heartbeat on February 18, which meant that he probably died that day. Hackman's body was found in the entryway of his home with a cane and sunglasses nearby. It showed signs of decomposition and partial mummification, which was caused by the cane and sunglasses. Due to the dry climate in Santa Fe and his advanced Alzheimer's, it's possible that Hackman didn't know his wife had died and didn't get help during the week he lived after she did. That means Gene was crawling around and suffering a fate worse than death for a whole week. Betsy Arakawa actually died from Haunt virus pulmonary syndrome. Her last public appearance was on February 11, 2025, when she was seen shopping and running errands, including a trip to a pharmacy where she wore a mask. Because she was sick, Arakawa forgot to pick up prescription dog food and medicine for one of their dogs, Zena. When she didn't answer the phone, staff at Gruta Veterinary Hospital became worried. It is thought that Arakawa got the virus from rodent urine or droppings, which can carry the haunt virus. Sadly, she didn't know she had it until they did tests on her body and found out she got it around January 29, 2025, which is what killed her. The couple's Australian Kelpie mixed dog Zena was found dead in a crate next to Arakawa's body. The necropsy report said that Zena probably died of dehydration and starvation because the dog's stomach was mostly empty and only had small amounts of hair and bile in it. The couple's other dogs, Bear and Nikita, were found alive but close to death and were taken to a local pet daycare. It is said that the dogs had found a toilet bowl to eat and at first showed signs of hesitation and didn't drink from the toilet for a while, but when they couldn't hold it any longer, they had to take the step to survive. Now, you may be wondering what was in the diary if it was found. The investigators are closely watching the case right now, especially after what the public did with the rumors, so they are not releasing the contents of the diary. However, some reliable sources do talk about Gene Hackman's regrets. His main regret has always been that his career often took him away from. He said in an interview with the Irish Independent in 2000, "I couldn't always be home with them when they were growing up, and then living in California, they've had my success always hanging over their heads." This made his children feel distant from him when they were young. In a 2012 interview with GQ, he also said he felt bad that he wasn't able to give his son Christopher consistent advice, especially when he needed it the most. He said, "I lost touch with my son in terms of advice early on. Maybe it was because I was gone so much doing location films when he was at an age where he needed support and guidance. It was very hard for me to be gone for 3 months and then come home and start bossing him around."